Greetings fellow snowflakes! Just a short video to say that I'm sick and tired of self-appointed champions of science and rationality who seemingly have very little understanding of how science actually works. I know a little bit about rationality and also about the scientific method because I studied philosophy as an undergraduate. And there's a few things that I really want to say about these self-appointed champions of rationality. Socrates famously said that the greatest wisdom comes from knowing when you don't know something. A truly scientific approach to any subject will be admitting that you don't know everything. Part of this is acknowledging that future data or experiments may well prove a currently believed theory to be wrong. Humility goes with science and rationality, not arrogance and superiority. Most actual scientists, especially those studying living beings rather than physical equations, will admit that nature is fuzzy around the edges and doesn't always fit our human desire to place everything into nice, neat categories. This black and white thinking is more akin to the way children think than it is anything scientific or rational. And nature contains glitches. It is not some perfect system designed by an almighty creator. It is a messy bunch of stuff that worked out the way it did because of evolution and natural selection. All kinds of weirdness can and do exist. Although most people are biologically male or female, there are also intersex conditions. Similarly, although most people may be psychologically male or female, some other people might be psychologically intermediate. And the mismatch between a person's anatomical biology and their psychology, or neurological biology if you prefer, is another example of a kind of glitch that can occur. Sorry, but nature really doesn't do black and white or nice neat little boxes. Our requirement for those childlike simple explanations of reality is really a product of our limited ape brains. So your apparently rational, scientific insistence that there are only two genders is really just like saying that the Earth is flat because it appears to be so. It is not scientific, and it is not rational. Another thing is that although when experimenting, theorizing or interpreting data it is important to not let your own personal beliefs, feelings or opinions affect your interpretations or findings, that in some cases, depending on what you are studying, the feelings of the people, social interactions or identities you are studying may indeed be part of the data. The confusing of these two things, feelings affecting interpretations versus feelings as data themselves, by people critiquing the gender identities of others is quite astounding and, dare I say it, not very rational. Science has enough problems communicating with the general public as it is. I'd say the last thing it needs is people arrogantly defending it while poorly misunderstanding what science really is or how it works. That's all really. We're all different, we're all special, snowflakes unite. Thanks for watching.
Go on. Like, comment, subscribe. I don't bite, honest. But you can bite me if you like.